We have a great Senate candidate who must win in Wisconsin, and he's running against Tammy Baldwin. Eric Hovde. Eric Hovde, you're running a hell of a campaign. I wanted to give you a few minutes at the end here to make some final comments. We're heard throughout the state, as you know, of Wisconsin. What do you want to tell the people of Wisconsin? Because they're on the cusp of making a big difference between you, a man who believes in liberty and opportunity, has a positive view for America, and your opponent, who's part of the cabal in Washington, D.C., dragging down Wisconsin and the rest of the country.
Absolutely, Mark. And Mark, great being on your show, and I so always enjoy, being on your show. Look, this is probably the most consequential election that I can ever remember in my 60 years of life.
Agree.
Look,
Yep.
what do President Trump and I want to do? He wants to make America great again, and I fully support. I want to restore the American dream. What does Kamala Harris and Senator Baldwin want to do? They told you 4 years ago. They want to change America, and they sure have in the last 4 years, and it hasn't been pretty. What do President Trump and I want to do? We want to support our Constitution, that most beautiful document that our founding fathers gave us. What do they want to do? They want to rip up the Constitution, have liberal judges, activist judges write our laws, and every time they get a chance to attack our right of free speech and right to bear arms and protect ourselves, they try to take that away. President Trump and we want to market system that has made us the wealthiest people in the world. What do they want to do? They want to drag us down that path of socialism. And lastly, what do we want to do? We want to support the traditional family, the family unit that's the bedrock of human society. And what do? All their policies are destructive to the family. They want to redefine the family. Heck, Mark, they can't even tell you what a woman or a guy is. So it's time for change, folks. And it's time to sweep the broom of career politicians like Senator Baldwin.
They're promoting this dystopia. Are they not, Eric? I mean, this dystopia of economic socialism, cultural Marxism, the reshaping of the American people through that's the language of the New York Times, through massive illegal immigration and then chain migration and give people the vote so the opposition can never win. This is really an effort to take our Constitution and shred it and to replace it with an ideology that is hostile to families, that is hostile to our history, that is hostile to freedom, that is hostile to constitutionalism. And your opponent is leading the way, Tammy Baldwin, and Kamala Harris is an absolute radical bomb thrower who has spent $1.2 billion trying to reinvent herself.
Mark, you can't even make this stuff up. I mean, she shifted on every position. Senator Baldwin, who always tries to masquerade as a moderate, is always voted one of the 2-3 most liberal senators. Look, you said it exactly right. What have they done? They've racked up more debt in the last 3.5 years in our country's first 230 years. They're bankrupting our country and our children's future and our grandchildren's future. What have they done to our domestic security? We all want to live in safe communities and send our kids to safe schools. What have they done? They pushed the defund the police movement, and then they opened our southern border and flooded our country with illegal immigrants and brought in crime and fentanyl that's flooding our streets. What have they done? They've made us less safe in the world. We have wars all over because of their incompetent withdrawal from Afghanistan. And then lastly, what have they done that has been so destructive? They've divided us. They divide us on gender, by race, by socioeconomic class, and religion. This is what socialists do. They divide the populace up as they gain power. And you're right. They've created a dystopian version of America, and that's where they're driving to. But tomorrow we can take it back. We can save our country, but it requires everybody listening to get out and vote and go grab your elderly parents or your friends or neighbors or your colleagues or the people you go fishing or hunting or watching Packer games or go to church with. Everybody has to get out and do this.
This is absolutely crucial. This is absolutely crucial because if we turn out in large numbers and we bring people with us, we will win. We will put an end to this, maybe, hopefully, once and for all. Because, I was saying, Eric Hovde, very, very important that you vote for him tomorrow, and all down ballots. in Wisconsin. We gotta take the House and hold it, win the Senate, win the presidency, and clean this thing up. I was saying, Donald Trump is actually a historic, iconic figure when you think what he's been through, the effort to bankrupt him, to put him in prison, two ridiculous impeachments. They never gave this guy a minute's peace when he was elected, and they won't again, but he's ready. So this is a man that has put everything on the line, has given up everything, and Kamala Harris is somebody who hasn't had to give up a damn thing, not now, not ever. She really has nothing on the line, does she?
Nothing. And she's been supported by big tech and big Wall Street and other special interests that will control her because all she'll be is a puppet like Senator Baldwin is. And, if we win tomorrow, it will be a crushing defeat for the legacy media because they have been so manipulative. So they're just propaganda tools. And fortunately, a lot of Americans have woken up to that, and hopefully it'll crater a lot of these legacy media companies. And that's why people like you, Mark, are so important to cut through all the BS that they keep trying to spread. So it's such a consequential election on so many different levels, and that's just another area that we need to reshape our media and start holding big tech accountable for the stuff that they're doing to try to suppress our right of free speech and manipulate elections.
Ladies and gentlemen, in Wisconsin and all over the country, you're going to hear what a fantastic gentleman Eric Hovde is. We need to have a crushing victory that nobody has seen coming. The Levinites, the Patriots, the Constitutionalists, the Trumpites, the Reaganites. We need to turn out. We need to unite en masse, huge numbers, and elect Eric Hovde to the United States Senate and other great candidates running, and elect wonderful congressmen or people to the position of the House of Representatives, and elect Donald Trump. If you want to celebrate Tuesday night or Wednesday or whenever the hell this thing's over, if you want to celebrate, well, it takes a lot of work. And I cannot more strongly endorse Eric Hovde for the United States Senate. I think he would be absolutely fantastic. So that people in Wisconsin wake up early tomorrow. Bring your family with you and others. Be the first one in line. Be motivated and excited. Tomorrow's Liberty Day. Tomorrow's Save America Day. And we wish you all the best, Eric Hovde. I can't wait for you to become a senator, God willing.